What's going on, YouTube? Bandit here, back again with my wizard. Today, 2.1 finally dropped. There were some issues in the beginning, but according to Blizzard, they've all been resolved now. So here I am. I've got about 25 minutes of playtime in the patch, but I wanted to go ahead and roll out this video and show you the build that I've been playing around with in the PTR prior to the drop of 2.1. And it's with the Wizards Firebird's Finery set, and it's definitely the best thing the Wizards got going for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the skills I'm using. I'm going to talk about the Firebird set and the set bonuses, and then I'm going to show you some of the other gear I'm using as well that will complement this fire build, because overall it's a nice fire build. I'm very proud of it. I've been working on it for quite a few weeks now, and this is the best gear for the fire build that I've got that I can use, and I'm happy to share it with you. So just relax, enjoy. Maybe you'll learn something that you didn't know before. And this is all new. There's gems and new things that you're going to be able to craft that will obviously later down the road assist my particular character in this particular build. But for right now, this will just kind of get you started going into 2.1, you know, the first couple of days it's going on. So here we go. Let's get right into it. Alright, let's move right on into the skills we're going to be using. Up first is the magic missile with the Conflagrate rune. You're going to shoot a missile that's going to do 230% weapon damage as fire. That missile is going to pierce through your enemies, and it's going to cause them to burn for 130% weapon damage as fire over 3 seconds. And that burn damage is going to stack up to 3 times for you. Moving over here to one of my favorite skills in the game, Meteor, especially with the Meteor Shower rune. It's going to give you 7 smaller meteors that will hit the enemies for 277% weapon damage as fire. Energy armor here, I pretty much use this for this build just because I like to keep my wizard alive, and I enjoy the increased 35% increased armor that it gives you. It does decrease your arcane power by 20, but I'd rather stay alive. But obviously, if you're up to par with keeping your wiz alive, by all means use something. Familiar with Sparkflint comes to mind. You can use that. You know, anything that you think will better suit your personalized wizard build, go ahead and use it. Moving over here to the magic weapon with the ignite rune, it's going to give you 10% increased damage, but also will give you a chance to burn enemies, dealing 300% weapon damage as fire over 3 seconds. So that's a nice little addition here to our fire build. Moving into my other favorite skill for the wizard, the Hydras. This Mammoth Hydra build probably it's a huge buff. I was really happy when I saw the initial patch note saying that it was going to increase the damage of this Mammoth Hydra. It's going to give you 400% weapon damage as fire per second to all the enemies that are caught in its wrath of flames. So I'm going to go over some gear too that's going to make this even better for you in just a little bit. Moving on over to the black hole with the Blazar rune. It's going to conjure a black hole, and it's going to draw enemies in, good for crowd control. And it's going to deal 700% weapon damage as fire over 2 seconds to all the enemies that are caught in it within 15 yards. And after that black hole disappears, and not only are you getting that 700% weapon damage, but it's going to explode after that and give you additional quick 725% weapon damage to all the enemies that are within 15 yards. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely it lasts a little bit less time than any of the other black holes might, but definitely worth it with that explosive damage there at the end. Moving into our passives here. Elemental Exposure. This is a good one to run solo or in a group. Any damage taken by the enemies from Arcane, Cold, Fire, or Lightning is going to cause them to take 5% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds. So running in a group, you know, everybody's running something different. It's really going to benefit everybody, and it stacks up to 4 times as well. Conflagration, a specific passive for fire builds. The damage dealt to the enemies, fire damage dealt to the enemies, applies a burning effect, and it's going to increase your chance, or their chance, to be critically hit by 6% for 3 seconds. So definitely nice to have. Prodigy is good just because I like to make sure I've got plenty of arcane power at my disposal to unleash the meteor showers down upon the enemies. So I like to run that. And the evocation, I'm trying to get my black hole to where I can constantly cast it. I'm not quite there yet, but evocation will definitely help, giving you a reduced cooldown of 20% for all your skills. So now that we've covered those skills, let's go ahead and get into some of the gear you'll need to benefit this build even better. Alright, to finish this up here, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the set bonuses you're going to get for the Firebird's Finery, as well as talk about some of the other gear that my wizard's rocking that really complement the other skills and things that I'm using for this build. So 2 pieces of the Firebird's Finery, you're going to get plus 500 intelligence, pretty standard there. 4 pieces, when you die, a meteor is going to fall from the heavens and it's going to revive you, and it's basically going to give you a second chance to die for the first time again, if that makes sense. It's basically going to make it like it never happened. You won't have to worry about reactivating your action bar skills or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. But the main reason that this set is so incredible now is because dealing fire damage has caused the enemy to take the same amount of damage over 3 seconds, stacking up to 3,000% weapon damage as fire per second, and after they reach that 3,000% damage, after they reach that cap, they are going to just burn until they die. Awesome. So this is definitely going to be the set to have for the wizards. There's going to be a lot of people looking for this set. I pretty much have a set and a half of this, and I've had it since probably, I don't know, about 2 months now, and I'm happy that it got grandfathered in, and I don't have to go out and gather it all up again. So that's the Firebird set, definitely the set you're going to want to run for your wizard. And I'm just going to go over some of the other things that I have that complement the fire build. Fire skills are going to deal 20% more damage here. This is a nice find for my Firebird's Eye. I'm rocking the Royal Ring just because I wanted to get the set bonus from the Tal Rasha, the belt here, which is doing increased magic missile damage by 12%. And the helmet here, having those 2 pieces together is giving my 5% fire skill damage increase. So I'll take that. These braces here are pretty cool. Fire skills deal 15% more damage. And every time I destroy a wreckable object, I gain a short burst of speed. I'm not using teleport or anything like that, so it's nice to just kind of move around the map quickly from time to time after I destroy some stuff. So those are pretty cool. I haven't found another pair of those since. Some people say that this Haunt of Vaxo is probably one of my better pieces of gear. Pretty decent rolls on there. And it's giving me a 19% fire skill damage increase. And I know a person or two who's pretty envious of this amulet, so definitely good to find. Be holding on to that for a while. My Firebird shoulders here are giving me an black hole damage increase by 12%. And now the last 2 things, these are pretty tough to find. Tasker and Theos, they're going to increase the attack speed of my Hydras, or your pets, whatever you're using, by 47%. I know people have been looking for these forever and they still haven't found a pair. I'm fortunate enough to have 2. I have a dexterity pair as well that I'll be using for my Demon Hunter pretty soon. So definitely fortunate to have it. Just makes your pets, you know, attack and kill a lot faster, and who doesn't want that? And lastly, the Serpent Sparker. This has been my go-to wand since pretty much my 2nd week. I started playing earlier this year, and I haven't found a wand better than this, and that's why I'm so familiar with the Hydras, and I pretty much use them every single time that I run with the wizard. I know people that have been playing way longer than me and they don't have a Serpent Sparker one. So definitely keep lookout for that. You definitely want to have that 1 extra Hydra active for this build because with that Mammoth Hydra buff that they did, you're pretty much doing double the damage having those Hydras. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And good luck with the roll because it's a great wand. Well guys, that's it for me. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you found it informative. And be on the lookout for my subscriber shoutouts in a future video. I didn't get to them tonight. I was at this much later than I anticipated, given the problems that Blizzard was having with the servers. So I really just wanted to get this video out so people could know what to expect with the Firebird set. But as always, you know, I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys are watching and enjoying my videos. You know, you're the reason why I do it. I'm going to leave you now with some clips of the fun that can be had with this build and some of the damage that can be done with this build. And there's a lot of new stuff coming, or that came with this new patch 2.1. So I look forward to exploring and getting acquainted with everything new that you can do and having a lot of videos out for you guys to enjoy. So until next time, y'all stay beastin'. Peace out.